Men and women today are driven by trying to be entrepreneurs. I get it. It's baked into the fabric of what we are today. But when it comes to modern women, they're driven by something else. They're driven by a life of no accountability. They want everything to come easy. And that's just not real life.
I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be... Okay, what are you going to do to get there?
What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I am your host, Sean C. In today's episode, there's a TikTok influencer who does a horrible thing to her kids. Wow, she continues to pursue her dream. With that being said, let's get started.
Yes, I did speak with her briefly. She said through text that she hired a nanny, but police say that there was no evidence that anyone was here to take care of these children.
Our officer looked at the bedrooms, like of a 3-year-old, it wasn't the best condition. It smelled like urine.
Some of the details police found inside of this home in the Roman Forest neighborhood are shocking. On November 14th, a man called the Roman Forest Police Department and said his 12-year-old daughter had been home alone with her 3-year-old brother since September 28th, most of the time without food or medical supplies. The father, who lives in California, believes the children's mother, Raven Yates, abandoned them. Weeks before, he didn't suspect anything.
The father had been contacted later on saying that the mother was at work and stuff like that, and asked if he'd send food, and it didn't arouse any suspicion to him that, he just figured she was working, so he'd do food by app.
Gents, I want you guys to think about this. This woman decided to leave her 12-year-old and 3-year-old or something like that. Well, the point is, these are still kids. They still need their mom and or their dad at the house. Really, they need both of them, but they're not together. And I get that. The mother left them home alone for months. And the messed up part about it is, instead of her, giving the kids to the dad or taking them to another relative, this woman decides to skip out.
But it was when the father was contacted by Raven's mother in Mobile, Alabama. Police say the mother spotted Raven in town without the children. The 12-year-old then told her father they were indeed alone.
And the 12-year-old said, September 28th. Her mom had left, and she'd be back by Thanksgiving.
But Raven has not been back. Police here and in Mobile have been searching for the woman, but she has not returned to the home or returned their calls. She has, however, been very active on social media. She considers herself an entrepreneur and aspiring entertainer.
So this woman left September 28th, and she's gonna be back by Thanksgiving? Do you know how crazy that is? Like, this is some bullshit right now. I can't think of a good excuse for her to leave. And she's gonna give one, but you're going to leave a 12 and a 3-year-old home? There are fathers out there who are fighting for their kids, and the system won't even let them have their kids because the courts are in favor of women. And this is one of those cases that the father or somebody else should have these kids. What is the reason that this woman would leave her kids home alone for 2 months? It's got to be a great reason, right?
I reached out to Raven via text, where her first reply was, "He's trying to kill me," referring to the father of her children and ex-husband. When asked about the kids being left alone, she says, quote, "I hired a nanny while I was away. My dad is on life support. I had to take care of him too."
You left your kids home alone and you still got time to post, but you haven't checked up on the kids. You haven't told anybody to go in and check up on the kids. And there's a number of women out there who will decide to chase this fame, chase this status for the potential of having this lifestyle. Maybe you didn't want to have kids, and we talked about this in a recent episode about single mothers. Modern women today are out of control. These women are selfish bitches. Straight up. Listen, that is not all mothers. There are some really good mothers out there doing the best that they can. But this right here is complete negligence. So I want you to notice what this woman did. The first argument that she goes to is that the ex-husband is trying to cause her harm when he's not even in the same state. He's not even around the kids. Why do some women feel that this is their go-to move? To go ahead and say that a man has done something that he hasn't. It's because you do it because you know that the system is sympathetic towards you, and you feel like this will make your case so that you can get away with it. And the other part is they don't want to feel guilty about what they've done.
Police say the father flew in from California to be with the children who were not registered in school. Raven faces counts of abandonment and child endangerment. a felony. Despite our messages and her post, police are still searching for the woman for answers on why these children were left alone.
We've got a lot of messages we hadn't gone through yet, so we're hoping that some of these messages might actually be somebody that actually knows her.
Well, the good news is that the 12-year-old and 3-year-old are okay. They're safe, and they're with the grandmother in Mobile.
Something is wrong with our goddamn society when people just instantly believe these women when they say this without doing due diligence. But the fact that this is a go-to move by women in so many cases is the goddamn reason why men don't want to deal with modern women today. Let me know what you think about this video down in the comments below, and I'll join you down there in a minute. I'm going to link a video at the end of this one where we have a discussion about single mothers. Until next time, live your best life.